Hi, I'm Maia Beatrice and welcome back to my channel, or hello if you are new. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're new so that you don't miss out on any of my videos. And also to anyone, don't forget to hit the little bell next to the subscribe button so that you get notifications when I upload a video. Look at this little boy, hey? So as you can probably tell by the title, I'm actually going to be talking about what it's like to film a music video. Now, I find videos like this quite interesting. I know it might not be for everyone, but it's just, you know, a little bit of an insight into what it's like filming for a music video and kind of what it's like if you yourself are going to film a music video in the future. You kind of know what you'll be expecting. Obviously with every director that you have, or if you're working with a band or a solo artist or whatever, you're going to have a different experience, but this is just kind of the experience that I had while filming. So a while back I was doing this project with one of my tutors from college, and he got me and my friends together and he wanted to create a theatre company. So he was kind of using us for promotional things and stuff like that, and there was this guy called Adam who was helping our tutor and us to create this theatre company, and he was doing photography for the promotional stuff and things like that. So obviously I got to know Adam quite well from working on this project with him, and he sent me a message saying, this was about September last year, just saying a local band's been in touch, they want me to film a music video for them and I need an actress for it, do you have a showreel to send me? Now, I don't have a showreel. This is one of my issues. I don't have a showreel. I have kind of headshots, but I need better ones taken and I need a showreel making. So when he asked for a showreel, I was like, I don't have a showreel, you know, I have nothing to send you basically. So he'd obviously worked with me on this other project and he'd seen me act before. So he knew how good I was or how bad I was at acting. So he then was like, he basically messaged me and was like, it's fine, don't worry about it, I've seen you act before. It was just for the band's benefit. So obviously we got chatting about what the music video was about, blah 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 blah, you know, the boring stuff, just talking about what it was going to be about. He sent me a script kind of thing, but it wasn't like a script because it didn't have any words obviously because it was a music video, just kind of a layout of what was going to happen in each scene, at each moment in the music, what was happening, and that kind of thing that he sent me through. So obviously I had a look at that to decide whether I wanted to do it or not. I said yes, I'd love to do it, it sounds like a great thing to do. Now this local band now is actually, they've been signed and they're quite big, they're called Skylights. Now the music video was called Nothing Left to Say. Again, I'll leave links down below to all that. So Adam is a filmmaker, photographer, videographer, so I'll leave all his links down below as well. And he was like, you know, we'll meet up, we'll chat about it, just to make sure you're alright with everything that's going on. We met up, we discussed the music video, what was happening, and the day that I met him I also met the band. Now I was quite scared to meet the band because obviously I was like, they're quite well known in Leeds area, so I was quite nervous to meet the band. But honestly they were like the loveliest guys ever. They were so down to earth, proper Yorkshire, and they were just really chilled out and just really you know, welcoming as such. And they were just like, oh hi, and they introduced themselves to me, shook my hand and everything, and I was like quite nervous. I was like, oh hi, you know, that type of thing. I met the band, they were absolutely lovely lads, made me feel really comfortable, and you know, they were like, oh you're perfect for the part, you're the exact look that we're looking for and all this, so that was really nice. So I remember one of the first clips we filmed, I'll insert the clip here. I think it's about halfway through the music video, but it was the first clip we filmed, and obviously it was just me looking through a window, which was, you know, kind of weird because Adam was inside filming from inside this building and I was on the outside, and obviously people around the streets were walking past and looking at me like, what is she doing, because they couldn't see Adam sat inside with the camera. So I looked a little bit strange, but I kind of just, you know, ignored everybody and kind of got on with what I was doing. So obviously when you're filming, you don't film in chronological order of how it's supposed to happen. That's with everything, not just music videos. And it was quite weird because obviously I remember filming each section and then and I was like, how the hell is this gonna get put together? Because this was like the first professional thing I've ever done, and I was like, I didn't really get how it worked as such. Like, I got how it worked, but I didn't like, I was like filming all these sections and I was thinking, well, this isn't in order, like what's gonna happen? And I remember watching it back thinking, wow, I remember filming that, and I remember filming that end bit way before the beginning bit, and now like it's all in chronological order. It was great. So yeah, it's just a bit of a strange on filming, because you never fully get the gist of what it's going to look like because you're not doing it in order, but obviously when it was all put together it's absolutely incredible. So another thing that's strange about filming for a music video is obviously you have to, I mean, it's all down to editing really, it's all Adam's like amazingness that he did with it, but obviously we don't listen to the music while filming the music video, so we're just filming these sequences, and you know, and I had no idea what the song sounded like. I hadn't heard the song, so I was just like kind of like, oh, I hope this goes with the song kind of thing. I mean, a lot of music videos don't tend to go with what the words are saying and things like that, but I was like, I'd never heard the song, I didn't know the vibe of it, and I was like, okay, let's just go with it, you know, hope for the best. And so we did this, and it, you know, I didn't know what it sounded like, we just were filming stuff without listening to the song because that's the way it's done. And then obviously when it was all put together and it got released with the song, it looked amazing, it all went together lovely and it was great. I remember the like second day of filming, I think the second day of filming, and obviously when we're, just a side note, when we're filming, obviously you film an awful lot more than what ends up in the actual end product. Like, you're filming so much and you've got so much like filmed, but not all of it ends in the end product, and you're thinking, oh, that scene there, that was so much longer than what's ended up in this actual thing. Yeah, so I think it was the second day of filming, we had to do this scene where I was on the bridge and, oh, hang on, my dog's on the move. So it was a scene where I had to break down on the bridge anyway, and I remember doing this quite like big breakdown, you know, very dramatic, I'm joking, but I had to do this breakdown anyway, and there was like people obviously running past wondering what was going on, and I was just having this breakdown on the bridge, and literally like the smallest section ended up in it, which obviously is fine, but it's like, it's so weird thinking, oh, I did so much for that, and then like the tiniest bit has ended up in it. Like, it's so weird how things work out. So yeah, that was like one of the second things I think, or maybe like third day of filming, I'm not sure. We filmed for like 4 or 5 days I think, and so, you know, that was a weird, not weird thing to do, but it was weird in a way because people walking past were like, huh, what's going on? And I was just like, hello, I'm emotionally stable, don't worry. But one of the opening bits to this music video is me banging on the door, and there's an eviction notice on the door, and I was banging on it, and we actually used Adam's house, and I remember filming that bit so clearly because I was very like cautious of how loud I was banging on the door, because I was scared that the neighbours were going to think I was trying to break in to this house, and obviously I wasn't, it was part of the music video, but I was like, God, I hope I'm not making like this massive racket down the street, me just pounding on this door and the neighbours been like, what's going on? But, you know, they were fine. They obviously saw Adam filming me, saw Adam was there and knew it was his house, but it was so funny because I was like, oh God, I don't want like people to think I'm just like banging on this door trying to break in. Yeah, that's another strange thing that like about filming like around streets and that, is obviously you can't control the people unless you have like big like TV movie set things, and like people can block other people from walking down. But walking around the streets, obviously there was, you know, members of the public just like watching, and it was kind of like pretty like surreal because it was just people watching me and like wondering what was going on, and like, you know, kind of like under the breath being like, oh, who's that? And like, you know, nobody knew who I was as such, but because like, why would they? But it was just really weird because people were like so interested in what we were doing and like, oh, what's going on, you know, like what are they filming, and just trying to see. Like, I mean, like when I see people like with cameras in the streets, I'm like, oh, what are they doing? Like, you know, just a bit nosy really. And so it was just a bit of a weird experience walking around, because a lot of the shots are me walking around streets, like looking around somewhere to like live as such, because I've just been evicted. So it's just like a really weird thing to happen because we're walking around and people were just staring, being like, oh, what's going on? Because that's normally me being like, oh, what's going on over there, and people were saying it about me. So one of the last shots we did was actually, I think, the last scene that's in you know, the music video, and it's me drunk. Now obviously I've been drunk before, but it's a bit different to acting drunk, and obviously I couldn't turn up to set being like absolutely drunk, like yeah this is great, and filming. So obviously I didn't want to overdo it and I didn't want to underdo it, so it's finding that middle ground of, you know, not overacting it but not doing it enough so that people are like, is she drunk, what's happening there? So we had to do that one, you know, we went through it a few times before filming it just to make sure, you know, I looked alright, rather than just like absolutely been like way, or been like, oh, I'm kind of drunk, like. So we went through that a few times, and then I remember filming that, we're filming it under a bridge, and it was quite a place for youths to hang out, and a lot of people, it was a way through, a snicket through to different places, so there was it was quite a busy flow of people, and there was a lot of people on bikes and things. And one of the shots, I think you can see me walking away from the tunnel, and a bike literally looks like it's about to run me over and then swerves around me. So it's quite, you know, it's hard to work with people that obviously don't know what you're doing, that's not their fault, but just making noises and things in the background. And I remember these youths were walking past, and we didn't use a massive you know, movie set camera, it was just a normal filming camera, kind of what I'm using now for filming this. And we were walking past, so it just looked like a photography camera as such, but obviously it was a lot more high-end than a photography camera, with all the video stuff on. But it kind of just looked like a photography camera sat there, and I was sat against this wall, and these youths walked past and were like, oh love, are you an Instagram model, are you getting your Instagram pics? And I just couldn't help but laugh, because I was thinking, no, I'm filming, but lovely that you think I'm an Instagram model, but no, I'm just filming. And obviously you don't want to retaliate to them, because if you retaliate to them, they're gonna just hang around and be like, oh yeah, what are you doing? But I just kind of let it be. But it did make me chuckle. But they were like, are you an Instagram model, love? Because the fact that they just see a camera and someone sat down and they're like, oh, Instagram, straight away, it's ridiculous. So yeah, that was one of the end scenes that we filmed, you know, was me being drunk basically. And there's a scene, the very end bit before it blacks out is me dropping down to the ground, which I'll insert again. And that was one of the hardest things to film, because obviously as I dropped, he had to drop at the same time with the camera, and we had to make it kind of exact as we could. And there was times when he'd be like, right, 3, 2, 1, drop, and then it would be ever so slightly out, and obviously you want it to be perfect. But I mean, things like that were a lot easier to do than if we were doing a film or something and there was talking, because obviously he could talk to me while filming and go, oh, just, you know, move over that way a bit, or move over that way, or, you know, drop, and things like that, because obviously the audio was going to get cut out anyway for the music to be put over the top. So that was quite handy to, you know, have, so that we could talk to each other, I guess, without the words been in the take. So yeah, that was the end scene that we filmed, and then you know, it was kind of all over, and you know, I thought, oh, that's the end, you know, whatever. Then obviously the music video got released, I got to see it, and it was just really surreal watching myself, because I watched it in my room secretly with my phone. I was like, oh my god, let me check it before I show anyone else. So I was watching it, obviously it's online so people can see it, I'll leave a link down below for it so you can go watch the whole video if you want to. And obviously I was watching it and I was like, oh god, let me watch it first, and I was like, oh, this is alright, but you know, I was sat there kind of oh, that's me, I hated watching myself back. Then I told my mum about it and I was like, Mum, you know, the video's out, have a look. So my mum turns the TV on and puts it on the big screen on the TV, which, you know, is always great because you just sat there. But it was such a surreal experience. I sat there with my mum and my brother just watching it oh, that's me on the screen, you know, not that it was anything I'm gonna be famous, but I was like, that's me up there, I'm on that screen, that's so weird. And you know, it was just a really surreal experience, and obviously it was an amazing end finish. Adam had edited it really well together, the song was incredible, it's such a good song. And yeah, I obviously recommend going to, even just to listen to the song, just go on Spotify and listen to the song, watch the music video if you want to see me in it, and if you want to see how it's all put together. And, you know, it is a good quality content. But yeah, so that's kind of what it was like filming for the music video. Adam was lovely, he was amazing to work with. Like, I've worked with quite a few directors on different things, and he was like really lovely and really like just kind of, he was kind of go with the flow, I guess. He was like, yeah, so you know, if you want to add some ideas in, let me know, we can talk through it, you can add your own ideas in, put your own spin on it. And he was just like really easy to work with, really good to work with. Obviously, like I say, I met the band, they were the loveliest guys I think I've ever met. Like, they were really cool, really down to earth, really chill, and yeah, they were just really nice to work with, nice to work for as well. Yeah, so they were really chilled out guys, really lovely, and I was just, you know, very happy to do this music video for them. I just thought, you know, they're really nice guys, I'm happy to do this. And then Adam was just really, really easy to work with, really nice, a really good director as well. It was really like making sure I was okay after every scene that we did, was like, oh, you know, you're alright doing that, aren't you? And just checking out how it was basically after everything we did, and it was really good. And yeah, just really nice to work with. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope that, you know, you found it a little bit interesting on what it's like. If you have any more questions about the music video, just leave them down below in the comments and I'll answer them all. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Bye!